Welcome to the American Institute of Healthcare Professionals video on the psychology behind ghosting and gaslighting. And this video is part of our behavioral health type material that we sometimes present. And I think it's a pretty big topic to discuss because it's so common in relationships for individuals to deal with being ghosted or gaslighted. So what we want to do in this short video is talk a little bit about the psychology behind it, why individuals do it, and also how it affects other individuals and how behavioral health counselors can help individuals go through it. So ghosting itself and gaslighting needs to be understood first as forms of mental abuse. And once that's understood, then we can proceed forward to understand that it's not the victim's fault why it's occurring, but more so, why is an individual behaving a certain way? Ghosting, though, refers to the purposeful disengagement with a person. It completely ignores and removes another person from the orbit of the other person. Now, after a blind date or a first date, sometimes this can occur. And while it's rude not to really explain why you no longer wish to continue to see someone, it's not as detrimental possibly as if you're in a relationship and ghosting and silent treatment and abandonment for a temporary period of time is being utilized. So it all depends really on the situation itself, how long you've known the person. Now, it can have negative effects still on certain individuals, even if it's only been a temporary time, because many individuals suffer from various attachment disorders or high levels of anxiety. Gaslighting is another term that happens in relationships, but also politics in itself, and it is the outward denial or lying about an obvious event. The gaslighter continues to double down no matter how many factual keys are presented to them regarding the event. The facts no longer matter, and it is recreated to the intent, to the need of the individual that is gaslighting. In turn, gaslighting frustrates, but also makes others confused about their own sanity, about their own perception of reality itself. So when we look at ghosting beyond at least the initial date of meeting someone, if it's been within a relationship, the individual who is committing it is usually tying it to a form of manipulation, a form of punishment, and a way to control another person. Obviously, individuals that do this have various personality disorders, antisocial personality disorders, usually tied to narcissism as a way to punish the other person. Now, it might not be as insidious. Some individuals who ghost might have avoidant attachment disorders, a fear of intimacy and connection, or they may have trust issues, and that's why they disengage in itself. I think the important thing, though, to realize is it's not your fault if someone has an issue. Now, in regards to gaslighting, again, this is a type of mental abuse and behavior usually associated with severe narcissistic personalities who consistently and pathologically lie to make themselves feel better about a situation or to control, manipulate, and change a perception of someone else about them. Hence, many who are victims of this begin to doubt their own sanity, their own reality, as this pathological liar continues to lie and in some cases begins to even believe their own story. It's imperative to them to change the narrative of the story at all costs. So again, if you're a victim of this, it's not you. It's an old cliche, but it's a true one. It's them. It's not you. It is them. So if you're suffering and recovering from individuals who constantly ghost or gaslight with this type of mental abuse, moving forward, it's important to understand that gaslighting and ghosting are forms of mental abuse that's intended to control, punish, and manipulate. Obviously, our reactions to it are going to depend subjectively on our own mental health. Individuals with trust issues, attachment disorders, OCD, anxiety, or depression can be more negatively affected in that way. One's own sanity can be questioned with constant gaslighting. Many times, individuals who fall victim to this type of abuse are codependent. They're isolated from other individuals. They have nowhere else to go. So when they do come to the counseling room, it's up to the counselor to help these individuals sort through, to understand the mental abuse that's occurring, to make the individual feel safe and be able to discuss what's occurring. The counselor should try to instill within them a better self-image of themselves, to help them form boundaries with the abuser in regards to this type of behavior. In addition to helping self-image and helping the individual form better boundaries, sometimes secondary conditions can result from it. So the counselor may be also working to put out an additional fire of anxiety or depression that is emerging, that is flaming from the gaslighting and the ghosting itself. Ultimately, the counselor is there to help the victim feel validated and to move forward against this type of negative behavior. We are AIHCP. We offer numerous behavioral health certifications. You can go there at our link below. Our number is 330-652-7776, and our email is info@aihcp.org. I'd like to thank you for listening and have a good day.